This is a DVD-recorded interview between Detective Lead and Senior Constable Stephen Eppingstall and Erin Patterson of 84 Gibson Street, Leongatha, conducted at the Wonthaggi Police Station on Saturday the 5th of August 2023. Other person present is my corroborator,
Detective Senior Constable David Martin LK 40053.
Right. Erin, do you agree the time is now 4:41 PM by my watch?
Yep.
Alright. Could you please state your full name and address for me?
Erin Patterson, 84 Gibson Street, Leongatha.
Alright. Erin, I intend to interview you today in relation to the death of two people, being Gail Patterson and Heather Wilkinson. Before continuing, I must inform you that you do not have to say or do anything, but anything you say or do is being recorded and may be used in evidence in court.
Okay.
Do you understand that information?
Yeah.
Alright, I must also inform you of the following rights. You may communicate with or attempt to communicate with a friend or relative to tell that person of your whereabouts.
Okay.
You may communicate with or attempt to communicate with a legal practitioner. If you're not an Australian citizen or permanent resident here in Australia, you may communicate with or attempt to communicate with the consular office of the country of which you are a citizen.
Okay.
Do you understand all of these rights?
Yep.
Okay. Do you wish to exercise any of these rights before the interview proceeds?
No, sorry. No, I don't.
That's all right. Now, I'll just confirm with you that you've had an opportunity to speak to a solicitor before this interview commenced. Okay, and you're happy with that?
Yep.
Alright. Now, I'll also remind you that your rights are with you for the entire time you're with us. Okay, so if you decide later on you want to exercise any of those rights, you just let me know and we'll do that. Alright? Now, what is your age and date of birth?
48, 30th of the 9th, 74.
And are you an Australian citizen?
Yeah.
Are you a permanent resident here in Australia?
I was born here and I live here and I'm a resident of Australia. Is that what that was?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And are you of Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander descent?
No.
Okay. What's your mobile number, Erin?
0480 535 835.
And do you have an email address?
Yes, it's ESH 301430 @gmail.com.
Right. Now, as we discussed earlier, and we've been together for a few hours now. It was after 11:30 that we came to your house today. We want to discuss the deaths of Heather Wilkinson and Gail Patterson today with you. When we were at the house earlier, we discussed that you hadn't really been kept in the loop, and it had come as news to you that Heather and Gail had both passed away. Following eating at your house, Donald, Ian, Gail and Heather all become so ill that they ultimately ended up in the intensive care unit at both the Daniel Hospital and then moved to the Austin Hospital. Right. Following that, they had a deterioration in their condition, and that they become so ill that their livers have failed. Right. Donald underwent transplant last night. Okay, and his condition is still extremely critical as of last report. Heather and Gail passed away. Right. In relation to Ian, I don't have a current prognosis in relation to where he's at. As of late yesterday, the diagnosis isn't great for him either. Right. We're trying to understand what has made them so ill. You understand?
Yeah.
While we're asking these questions.
Yeah.
Conversely, we're trying to understand why you're not that ill. Right? So you understand why we're interviewing you today?
Yeah, I do. But I'm sure you understand too that, like, I've never been in a situation like this before, and I've been very, very helpful with the health department through the week because I wanted to help that side of things as much as possible because I do want to know what happened. So I've given them as much information as they've asked for and offered up all the food and all the information about where the food came from.
No, I fully understand that.
Yeah.
All right. At the house, and I must say, for the record again, you were very helpful at the house and you did point out a couple of things for us that will help us with our investigation. Mainly the fruit platter that you said Heather bought for you and the gravy in the fridge in the pantry that you said was from the night and you'd kept on an advice from the health department. So thank you for that. You also pointed out a recipe book on the counter and you referred me to page 250 odd, a recipe for beef Wellington that you indicated was the recipe that you cooked. Okay. All right, on what we saw at your address in Leongatha. We didn't see a lot of food from Asian grocers or Indian grocers or those kind of stores.
To look in my fridge, I've got a lot of Asian cooking stuff in my fridge.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Are we likely to find more of that kind of stuff in your Mount Waverley address, do you think, or?
No, because I did a big clean out of the pantry and fridge the last time that I was there because I want to sell that place.
Okay. All right.
So the pantry and fridge there will be empty.
Okay. So you want to sell that place? All right, no problem. Obviously, we've got concerns in relation to these mushrooms and where they've come from. Okay. Is that something you've done in the past, foraging for mushrooms or anything like that? Never. Right. Do you preserve foods or anything like that?
No.
Have you ever dehydrated food or anything like that? Okay. You've described to me relationship with your ex-partner Simon. Right. I'd like to understand why you had his parents and his uncle and auntie over for lunch on the 29th of July.
Because I've got no other family, so they're the only support I've got left, and they've always been really good to me.
Yeah.
And I want to maintain those relationships with them, in spite of what's happened with Simon.
Yep. Okay.
I love them a lot. They've always been really good to me, and they always said to me that they would support me with love and emotional support, even though Simon and I were separated, and I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because my parents are both gone.
Yeah.
My grandparents are all gone. They're the only family that I've got.
Yeah.
And they're the only grandparents that my children have. And I want them to stay in my kids' life.
Yeah.
And that's really important to me. And I think Simon hated that I still had a relationship with his parents. But I love them.
Yeah.
Nothing that's ever happened between us, nothing he's ever done to me will change the fact that they're good, decent people that have never done anything wrong by me ever.
So we've been told that on the 31st of July, so 2 days after the lunch, you went to the Leongatha hospital, okay, and that you were only there for about 5 minutes and then you left. Can you explain why you went there for 5 minutes?
Yeah, because I just went there thinking I needed a couple of bags of saline because I was really dehydrated. And they said, we want to admit you and send you to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And when you've got animals at home
Yep.
and children who have multiple after-school activities, you can't just be told to drop everything and you're off to Melbourne for overnight. So I had to go home and feed the animals and pack my daughter's ballet bag.
Yep.
And I did that.
Yep.
And I went back.
Okay. Who did you speak to?
So I walked in.
Yep.
And there was like, I don't think they were a nurse. It was like, I don't know, it could have been an enrolled nurse or it was like a helper person in the triage room,
Yeah.
right? And she's just like, are you okay? And I said, well, no, I have to run to the toilet. I've got diarrhea. And she wasn't quite sure where it was. And so she went and found out and showed me where it was. And then she said, I'll go and find someone. I'll get a nurse or a doctor for you. And so I went to the toilet. I came back out and I was waiting in the triage area, and then a doctor came out, Dr. Webster, and he said to me, sorry, that we're going to be a little while because we've got a couple of critical patients in the hospital. And I said, that's fine, don't worry about me, I'm just a gastro case. I'm not urgent, obviously. And he said, oh, what's your name? And I said, Erin. And he said, oh, we've been expecting you because other people that you ate with on Saturday were sick.
Yeah.
And he said, can you come through? And I said, sure. And I came in. And then he said to me, I can't say the exact words, but he said something along the lines of, we've got a concern they've eaten death cap mushrooms.
Okay.
And I said, what? And he said, yeah, that's what we think they've eaten.
Yep.
And then he started asking me about what food I served them, and I told him.
All right. I understand you went down to the hospital and got treatment and that. What kind of treatment did you get?
Well, they hooked me up to a drip.
A drip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said that because we're concerned. So Dr. Webster had to leave. I think he was at the end of his shift, and he passed on to another doctor, Dr. Foote. And she said to me, because the concern is that everybody's eaten something that hurts your liver, we need to give you this protective medicine.
Yep.
And so there was saline and acetyl something or other. I don't know what it was. But she said, we need to give you this and then put you in an ambulance up to Melbourne where they can give you more, I don't know what the word is, more, where they can care for you better.
Yeah.
So I got saline and this other stuff, and went in an ambulance up.
Okay. How long were you in the hospital for in Melbourne?
Till Tuesday afternoon.
Okay, so Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. All right. And again, for full disclosure, so you understand, we've obtained warrants in relation to medical records for everyone involved in this, and
Okay.
so we will get medical records in relation to your treatment there as well.
Sure.
Okay.
Good.
You were at home and present when we did a search warrant today. All right. I know you weren't watching everyone at all the time, but I just want to go through on tape some of the stuff we've, and like I said, we'll give you a copy of this, everything we've seized. Kitchen, far left bottom drawer, instruction manual for a Sunbeam food lab, electronic dehydrator. What's that in relation to? Do you know anything about a dehydrator in your house? Or?
No.
Okay. Do you own a dehydrator?
No.
Okay.
I've got manuals of lots of stuff I've collected over the years. I've had all sorts of appliances and I just keep them all in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did you own a dehydrator?
I don't know, I might have had one years ago.
Okay. What did you use that for?
Like when I first got the Thermomix, I got really excited about like making everything from scratch, you know, and
Yeah.
I did a lot of, you know, like everything from scratch ingredients, and I did a lot of that, so I could have had something like that.
Okay.
But,
Kitchen bench located against the wall. Recipe tin eats book. Okay, I'm not sure.
that's that recipe book.
That's that same book that we, the Wellington recipe come out of. Yeah. Right. From the fridge, we got the fruit salad platter, which you pointed out. Then in the fridge in the butler's pantry, we got the white jug containing the brown liquid, which you pointed out as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. From the study, we took the computer, we took another computer, and we took another computer. Right. In the lounge, we grabbed an iPad in a black and red case. From Broome, we've grabbed a computer.
That'd be an old one I had up in the top of this cabinet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very old one.
All right. So that, if I had to prioritise, that would be the bottom of the list.
I don't think anyone's power bill from fairly.
Okay. All right. No dramas. All right. So we'll pop that one at the back of the list. All right. A black mobile phone, which again I'll prioritise tomorrow for you.
Thank you.
Upstairs bedroom 2, far left towards backyard. Says Erin's bedroom, so I assume that's yours. Apple iPad.
I don't own any iPads, but they would be tablets, Android tablets.
Oh, okay. There's a Samsung tablet listed below that, located on top of the bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe they've got it wrong, that it's not an iPad, it's some other tablet. Samsung tablet. An Oppo mobile phone, and your mobile phone. Alright, so,
And so you said a black mobile phone earlier.
Yep.
So that would be a Nokia. It's a really old Nokia that I've got for, like, you know, if you break your phone.
Yeah, yep.
And you got to send it away from repair, and you need. So I've got this like really old thing. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
Your mobile phone would be the top.
Yeah.
And then we're talking
And then
about
his
his school computer, followed by
the GeoForce one.
the GeoForce one.
Yeah.
David,
I just, one thing I wanted to clarify, to make sure I've got it right, you obviously were certainly taking notes. When you went to the Leongatha Hospital and you said you went in there, and you got shown to the toilet, but you said you had to go home to pack stuff, and your daughter's bag and that sort of thing to feed the animals. When you had the conversation with Dr. Webster, was that when you first went there or afterwards?
I don't remember.
That's all right. The other thing that I should have mentioned that I again, to your credit, police went around your house on that morning.
Oh.
Yep. On the 31st.
Right.
Yep. And they were obviously responding to the hospital call to check up on you.
Yep.
And they spoke to you on the phone. And you gave them the PIN code for your gate.
Correct. And
directed them to the bin where there were some leftovers.
Correct.
What are those leftovers that you directed them to?
They were the uneaten food from the lunch.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So you helped them in getting that so it could be sampled.
Because my kids ate the meal too.
Yeah.
But there was stuff that was left over and it went straight in the bin. And so when I went to the hospital and they said they were concerned that everyone ate some contaminated food, I said, well, there's the leftovers in the bin, you can have it.
Yeah.
Feel free to look through it.
Yep.
And I said, I'll go and get it if you want. And they said, well, that's fine, you need to go on a drip. We'll call the police. And I said, well, that's fine, just let them know I need to give them a PIN code.
Yep.
So they did that, and a bag of food appeared a bit later.
Yep.
So
yeah.
Yep.
So thank you for helping us locate that.
It's fine.
All right. Anything else, Dave? No. All right. Any questions at the moment?
No.
All right. Erin, do you agree the time is now 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
by my watch?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to suspend the interview